Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's 5, not 3. We got it wrong last time. We have 5 subscribers. Possibly 2 of those are us.
Yes.
I'm hoping. I think I know who one of them might be. And the other 2. Hello, strange people.
I know one of them.
We've got one stranger.
One stranger.
That's all right. Hello, stranger. As used to say in Nightmare, enter, stranger. Ooh. Which is a good show. You should watch it. It's on YouTube. Sorry. It's been a long week. I've been really poorly. And
You're poorly all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, don't you start. I get that from the other half. But yeah, so it's been horrendous. And he's really poorly, bless his heart. And he's got to go to work and everything because he's been shafted slightly. So yes, hello. Welcome to number 9.
Almost at double figures.
Almost in double figures. Hopefully at Christmas we'll get to double
We'll
figures.
get to 11, hopefully, because we've got 2 planned.
Have we? I thought we had 1 planned. What's the other one?
Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh, God, Star Wars boring. Not really.
Wow.
Anyway, so hello, and this is a bit about. Well, it's mostly going to be about the sort of invasion storyline that's just happened this week on Supergirl, Legends, Flash, and Arrow, and I was counting those off on my fingers because I had to. Yes, so Lewis, what are your thoughts on the invasion storyline?
I really liked it. You didn't. As usual, we're
not disliked it.
Should we talk about the lead up to it?
Yes. Yeah.
Supergirl has been amazing. Linda Carter came in and was it obvious she was an alien? I thought it was really obvious. Really obvious.
It was a little bit obvious that she was.
I'm not sure if they were trying to make her a bit sinister as she walked out and showed her face, but she came off as a bit sinister.
Yeah, it was a little bit like.
Is she going to be a bad girl?
She's saying this.
Martian Manhunter's Megan.
Oh my God! As soon as she said her name was Megan, I was like, "Oh, it's Miss Martian."
I lost my shit as soon as I saw her. She's Megan, clearly.
Oh.
And then when she did the white Martian reveal, I thought we already knew this. Why is it a big reveal? But I suppose.
But he didn't know, does he?
No,
John Jones doesn't know until.
And then that conveniently got fixed in the mid-season finale.
Hi, I'm Helen Slater. I used to play Supergirl in a film in 1984, which got slated, but it doesn't matter because I'm now back in a TV series about it, and I've conveniently fixed John Jones. Woohoo! There we go.
And Ron now at the same time.
Oh yeah, well, why is everyone from another planet so fucking pretty?
Why not?
Why?
Well, because the CW, they've got to be pretty. That's like a rule.
No disrespect to the actor, because I think he's actually pretty good, but did they genetically create him to be perfect?
They probably said in the ad, you need to be beautiful, otherwise you can't come in.
Yeah, so I'd be screwed.
And to be fair, he's going to start the romantic storyline with Kara.
Yeah, but she might not like pretty boys. She might like a bit of rough.
She does like him now.
Well,
took her a minute.
She might like a bit of rough. She might want to go for a bit of, Well,
she's not going to go for
Jimmy Olsen.
Boring Jimmy Olsen, who's
not
generic as fuck. They tried to make him more fun to have the Guardian, and he's just so generic and boring.
I'm the Guardian. Get away from here. Go now.
He's literally the worst part of that show. Like everything else is brilliant. He's so bland. He's just like, I'm in charge of Gadco now.
He's not ginger either. Jimmy Olsen should really be ginger. I'm sorry. I know I'm being traditional.
You can't put ginger on black. It don't work.
No, you're right. I see.
And Jimmy can't be smooth. Can he?
No.
He's got to be awkward and...
Yeah. And he is kind of awkward.
Wynn is more of a Jimmy.
That sounded so wrong. I don't know why that sentence just sounded so wrong. Going back to my childhood in the primary school playground. But... he's not smooth. He isn't smooth. Jimmy Olsen isn't smooth because he's really bad at everything, apart from taking pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, he isn't actually that smooth when you think about it. He has his moments when he, I'm going to get you, snap a car, and did that, and beat
that was still boring.
But he's not very. He's socially really inept. That's a good word, isn't it? Word of the day, everyone. Inept. Look it up.
I don't like him. I want him to go back. Although I do want them to do a Superman series, but I was going to say I want him to go back to Metropolis, but if they do a Superman series, he'll be there. I just don't want to see him anymore. He's just redundant now. That Thanksgiving meal was just them getting up and saying how much they love Kara.
Yeah.
That was a bit weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Linda Carter one as well, they had a dig at Trump because it was just before the election. And I feel like everybody had a dig at Trump at that time.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then,
Half the course, wasn't it?
oops, that went wrong, didn't it?
Happened. Yeah, that happened. We may not get to podcast 10 because there might not be a world by then. You never know.
But I thought mid-season finale of Supergirl wrapped everything up quite nicely. Bit convenient for John Jones.
Yeah, a tiny bit.
I'm glad he's back because I don't want it to be a White Martian because Martian Manhunter is fucking cool.
But then they did the Star Trek thing. Oh, something's gone wrong. Oh, we fixed it in like an episode or two.
Yeah, it did take a few. It wasn't the reset button at the end of the episode like Star Trek, but
it could have been, maybe if you'd done it for a month or 5, 6 episodes, and had this real angst and struggle and blah blah blah, and you get to see, so that when he does come back to being his normal self, there is actually a real, rather than he's gone through all this and he can't do this anymore because he's now White Martian and blah blah blah, real pain and woe and which nobody really wants, I suppose. That's why they didn't do it. But yeah, just not. Oh, it's all fixed.
Going into Cadmus as well was pretty cool.
Yeah,
so you could see Cyborg Superman, who was fucking badass.
That was interesting.
And then he went off to the Kelex. We don't break him. Kara broke him in half.
Who?
Kelex, however you want to say it. In Fortress, the little robot thing.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
I like him.
I
he just gets smashed into pieces.
Well, yeah, bless. Well, no, she just.
You are an intruder.
You're the intruder, Kara's her.
Yeah, the Lena Luthor's mother is Cadmus. Oh, fuck me. And then the trap to get her because they made it look like Lena went over, and I was like, well, this is so stupid. They spent 9 episodes making her look like a good person, and now she's going to flip. No, it's not going to work.
It's a little bit obvious, but it was nice at the end. And I called the police. It's just like, she could have just stuck 2 fingers up and it would have been exactly the same. Haha, fuck you.
The Cadmus episode as well, we got to see Jeremiah again. I'm a little bit annoyed he didn't come out. I suppose he's busy doing something else, maybe.
Yeah,
Dean Cain's
probably doing Dancing with the Stars or something.
Dean Cain's got some Comic-Cons to do, so I love him, though.
They pay. Yeah.
I love Dean Cain, and I want him to be a regular. I think he'd be really good.
I do. One of the best things about it, I still really love the fact it's Dean Cain and Helen Slater, who have been Superman and Supergirl. Mm-hmm. And it's a really nice touch. They're not in it too much, which I think a regular would be a bit too much. Because then it'd be like, I'm a Superman, and people would moan. But I like him as a recurring character.
I like that.
And I don't want them to find him. Because that's the whole point of the show almost. She went into the DEO because her dad was in it and he died, allegedly. And now, he's not dead.
I feel like as Cadmus is the storyline this season, they're going to find him at the end of this series. I doubt they're going to keep Cadmus going.
Well, I did read somewhere. I do read things about this occasionally. I do prepare. And there's a theory going around that he set them free and helped them just so that next time he turns out to be a baddie and she trusts him and it's all...
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because Hank, the Cyborg Superman, tried to play off that he was Hank Henshaw. Didn't really work. But Jeremiah, I felt like, why isn't he leaving? That is a good reason. I wonder what they've changed. And then they'll have a convenient fix for that. Helen Slater will come in and fix it.
Helen Slater. They'll have pressed a button on his DNA. Now what they'll do is they'll do the transporter like they do in Star Trek, and that fixes everything.
I do admire their storyline of her sister.
Oh God, bloody lesbians are everywhere.
Oh, I just admire the way they've tackled it.
It's done really well.
It's not been done as a stunt.
No.
You can really feel that the struggle she's going through to accept this in herself.
Yeah.
And then she came out for a reason because she wanted to be with the woman, and the police officer was like, "No, fuck off, don't want you."
No, you're fresh out the boat.
Whoa, horrible.
I don't. Yeah, but they did that again. I mean, it's so that when they do get together, because they're going to get together.
Well, they did.
Telegraphed.
She came in with pizza, didn't she? Went, I've just realised that I do like you. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did she say that in that slightly off British accent as well?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I really like you.
Because that's why I don't get paid to be on these shows because I cannot act.
All right. Okay.
I'm barely qualified to talk about them.
Well, as a professional actor, I'm going to give you like 3 out of 10 for that, Lewis. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit shoehorning stuff in, but they've done it in a fairly palatable way that isn't too bad.
The problem was with the mid-season finale was that they kind of wanted it to breathe, but they couldn't because they needed to wrap everything up for the break, but they also needed her to be in the invasion storyline.
Well, kind of.
She does disappear in Arrow, doesn't she? She gets was it Arrow?
Yeah, because he tells her to fuck off, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, it's convenient that spoiler, she saves his life at the end. Ha ha ha.
That was pretty cool, though. I did like it.
God.
I did like the way she caught him. I didn't like the appreciation bit afterwards because she was looked awkward. I was like, Kara shouldn't be looking awkward. She saved his fucking life. But the way he went off the fucking building, I thought, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just the way all she did was grab him by the scruff of the neck and just throw him back on the roof. Like, I'm what? Yeah, I did like that. I love the way that Barry and her interact. They interacted really well last season, and I think they've done it again this time.
Those two really work well together.
Absolutely, yeah.
Grant and Melissa, because I know them like that. They just have a chemistry. It's really good. There's really good on-screen chemistry, and
it's a shame that they didn't.
Watching them.
It's a shame they didn't bring the Earths together. I thought that's what they'd do at Flashpoint, but obviously they didn't, because then they could just be next to each other all the time. But now she's got the little thing.
That would make everything really fucking complicated, wouldn't it? Like
I know.
52 Earths all merging
really
into
fucking
one.
difficult. Yeah, that's why they didn't do it, I suppose. And how many costume heroes can you have in one world?
Is it Mr. Terrific?
Yeah.
Yeah. I only know him from the Justice League cartoons.
And Wild Dog, and because you haven't been watching Arrow,
I can't stand Arrow.
Artemis is in it.
Yeah.
And she had a reveal that she was a bad guy. I was like, we all fucking know this. What's going on? We know Artemis is a bad guy.
Yeah, but if you don't...
I don't understand. Because they did a slow burn. In the first two seasons, they had Deathstroke. And in the flashbacks, they knew each other, but knew as Slade. So we knew... Yeah. We saw them becoming friends and then breaking up. But if you know this shit, you know that he's going to become Deathstroke, you know he's going to be a bad guy. They did it really well, but with Artemis, it was like they did this massive reveal that they don't know anything. The audience knows. It's really annoying. Yeah. Does my head in.
But they do it because the audience knows at some point it's going to happen.
So they play on it,
find
don't
out
they?
when is she going to switch, become a naughty lady?
Naughty, and she's 17 apparently in it, and it's just like she's going out getting battered by full-grown men.
Well, some 17-year-old girls like that. Oh, controversial. No, they don't. I take that back completely. That's a rude comment. Sorry, I'll cut that out in the edit.
Did you like the Flash reveal of who Knobhead was? No, Dr. Alchemy. I didn't like it. It was obvious.
It was kind of obvious. It was.
Yeah,
there were rumours going around from before it started that it was going to be him. So,
the whole thing of him going, "I hate metahumans," blah blah blah. Yeah. See, he's British. I can do that. And then he's like,
"That's better than him, to be fair."
And then the reveal is him opening a drawer and finding the mask
at work. It's at work. It's a drawer at work.
It's fucking shite.
Yeah.
I like this. I like him because he's voiced by Tobin Bell. And his voice is amazing, and it's creepy, and it works really well. I would have preferred him not to be revealed. Yeah. I know everyone complained because of the last series, it took ages to reveal who he actually was. I don't know, I just prefer him not or being someone else, because he was just like a wet fish is this villain. He is though, he's not that great, is he? And then
no, he's shit, really.
The big bad guy.
He's crap in Harry Potter.
Nobody can see the big bad guy.
And he's crap in Planet of the Apes.
Oh, he's crap in that.
I don't like him.
Who's the god of speed?
Savitar.
Only speedsters can see him. Is that because he's moving so fast?
I think so, yeah.
Because John Wesley Shipp's back in the mid-season finale, isn't he? He goes to Earth 3 to get him to help him with Savitar.
Oh, does he? Oh,
the little trailer, he brings him over, and then they see Savitar, and he goes, "Please tell me you can see that." And then John Wesley Shipp's like, "Yep, I can see it."
Now, Wally, how is he not controlled by alchemy yet?
I don't think any of them were controlled by them. I think they just did.
No, I think they were. I think there was definitely mind control.
He promised them something.
Yeah.
Only if they did what they were asked.
Because his transformation was slightly different. All the others.
And to be fair, the other ones were nutters.
Yeah, there is that. But the others were transformed by alchemy, whereas Wally was transformed himself. He picked the Philosopher's Stone up and
crossing the streams here.
No, that's what it is. That's what alchemy has. He's got the Philosopher's Stone. He can turn things into other things. That's what it is. That's his.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even call
that.
You know. Oh, is that the glowing thing that was on the floor? Yeah, yeah.
So that's why it shoots beams.
And then he got into a
thing. It's a bit Harry Potter, isn't it? I've just realised. Yeah. Oh, he's got the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, Harry has that. You should just go and find Voldemort.
And they did the whole thing where it looks like they were in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and turning into a bloody Inhuman when they're stuck in that pillar thing. It's not quite the same, but
Yeah.
It's all a bit familiar.
But yeah, so I don't know whether he's going to get bad guyed up.
I don't think so.
That'd be convenient.
But I don't like the fact that they keep putting him in a corner. Okay, in the invasion storyline, he got knocked out pretty quickly, but all he has to do is shadow Flash, like Jesse Quick did.
But again, it's probably that, let's put him to the sidelines so that when he turns bad, it's really obvious why, because he's not getting any help from anyone else.
No, apparently the story is that HR is going to teach him, and it's going to go really wrong. Like in a comical way, because he's a fucking idiot.
A little bit.
And all he does is copy everyone. I'm not sure about this one. I know they love the actor, and he is a great actor, but I'm not sure about this version of him, because he's just... I don't know, I suppose he's just comic relief, and they need something, because Cisco's going through a bit of a...
Oh, not anymore. That's all fixed now. That's fine.
Perspective.
Because he's done a fuck up in time as well. So
he's fucked up as well. I did find it a bit harsh that you just held it against Barry, because it's not like he chose these things. When he did Flashpoint, everyone was fine. Yeah. And then when he went back, he didn't go, right, we'll have to kill Cisco's brother here.
I think he had a checklist, right? I've got a bit of pen and paper, man, in case anyone's imagining it. Right.
I mean...
Cisco's brother, tick.
And how much can they put on this fucking kid? Like, kid, he's an adult. But the reason that the Dominators came back was because he fucked with time. Like, just leave him alone. He's got enough to deal with. He doesn't need this on him as well. So when they do a crossover next year, is it going to be the Flash's fault again?
Probably.
Because he's the most powerful one in Arrowverse, I suppose. But
no, it should be a Supergirl one to make up for the fact that this one was terrible for her. I think they should all have to go to her Earth and sort something out.
She had moments. I like some of her moments. It were quite nice.
No, she was just floating around as eye candy. That's the problem.
She had some funny lines.
Yeah, about 4 of them.
The hug at the end with Barry. The hug at the end with Barry was quite cool. I feel a group hug coming on.
It was just a complete waste of her being there.
I think her interactions with Heatwave were quite cool. When she says, "So where did you get your name from?" Well, I burnt my family alive.
Oh,
that's an interesting backstory. And then Sarah was just like, "Oh shit." This is my team, and this just looks shit.
Yeah. Hiya. Sorry about this.
Sarah's just like, she's kind of hot. I like her. And the president at the end, he leans into her and goes, "Is she hot? Is it just me, or is she hot?" And Sarah looks and goes, "Yeah, she's hot." Like, what is this about?
And I was expecting the president to be Linda Carter.
I did as well.
I was like, and they've not revealed it. I was looking at the credits, thinking, "Oh, she's going to be in it. She's going to be in it," because they said about the president. I thought, no. Because that would have been quite an interesting twist, to have a non-alien Linda Carter as the president. But
yeah.
Obviously, she's probably doing much more important stuff like Dancing with the Stars or cooking on a
Comic-Cons.
show. Yeah, Comic-Cons.
So, as an overall, because technically Supergirl doesn't count because it was like a minute at the end of our episode.
Yeah.
But for those 2 hours, overall, yes or no? Do you like it or not? Because if you say no, you don't like joy and happiness.
I do like joy and happiness. I really do. I like the idea. I just don't think it was executed.
One thing I didn't like was Steele's costume.
Oh, it's bloody awful, isn't it? It's like discount Captain America.
It's awful. That was one of the things I was like, no. Everything else, I thought it was brilliant.
He's got a little nubbin on the top, hasn't he?
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck's that for? Is it going to be streamlined now or something?
No, so he can like nut people, I imagine.
Well, then call him fucking Rhino then. Don't call him bloody Steel. Steele's already a character from one of my favourite shows, Sapphire and Steel, so call him something else.
Right.
Sorry, a bit of 70s sci-fi coming in there. I do apologise.
Also, a bit of lack of... They didn't explain it. Maybe it was in a script, but not film. But the way that they called the legends. Do they have a phone? Like the Doctor's got a phone? Because he says, "Do you know where the legends are?" And he says, "I know where they were."
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? Maybe I'm stupid and I didn't pick up on it.
No, I didn't understand quite that. But Felicity sends him a message, doesn't she? Because they turn up.
Oh, but she can do everything, I suppose. She's a Mary Sue, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's got a building that she doesn't know about. Oh, no, that's just in... The artificial reality thing was just... Oh, God, really? It's been done before. In a way, it was good. I like the fact they chose Arrow to do that because that's where it all started. So if this was reality, then he'd have been marrying Laurel, and everything would... And his sister...
Laurel Lance. You know who Laurel Lance is? She's Black Canary.
Yeah, I know. I've never watched it.
Yeah, but you know who Laurel Lance is.
Yeah, I know. But, whatever her name is, I don't know, some woman. It's a girl. And in a way that was quite good because, if, how many years ago now, 5-6 years ago, that accident hadn't happened, he hadn't got on the boat, blah, 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 that would have been what was really happening.
Yeah. They did mention that in when they all split up at the end. She said, can you believe that this all started with us getting on a boat?
Yeah.
I've seen people moan about that online, but she doesn't mean that these people wouldn't be here. She means they wouldn't be in that team together because Arrow brought them together.
Yeah.
And it was their 100th episode, Arrow.
Oh, was it?
That's why they did that episode. So they brought people back they could bring back.
Yeah.
The Tommy, John Barrowman, I'll call him because you don't know Malcolm Merlin in it, do you? Well, his son dies in season 1, but they couldn't bring him back for this episode, so they brought him as like a little Force ghost at the end. You know, the bit before he leaves and he looks around and he sees all the people.
Yeah.
Half of them are dead.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like his parents are dead, Tommy's dead, Laurel's dead, and there's another guy who plays Arsenal. He left the show because of personal reasons. He had trouble coming out in real life, so I don't know why he decided to leave. People were giving him shit, I suppose. But he was a big part of the show because it was like a protege for Arrow.
Yeah.
So he couldn't come back either. So they brought him back as a Force ghost, even though he's not dead in the story. But
okay, fair enough.
But it was nice to see everybody. Like Malcolm hasn't really left, although I haven't seen him this series. But John Barrowman, I fucking love him. He could be on anything, I'd watch it. And obviously you see Deathstroke, but you don't see his face.
No.
Because obviously the actor couldn't come back. Which annoys me. I just want him to take his mask off.
Yeah.
And
Hello,
speak.
it's me!
Because he's a really good actor, the guy who played him. Yeah, no, I liked it because it was a good 100th episode. Like, that's how you do a milestone episode. It's all about where we've come from and where we're going.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been done 100 times, obviously. They did it on Supergirl last season. They've done it on The Flash. I'm sure they have.
Done it on every single show ever.
They've done it on Smallville. But it's a convenient way of reminding everybody where the show has been and where they're going. In the sense that they chose to leave.
Sorry. Yeah, that was the thing I liked about it. I
Fight
thought
the good fight.
It was, as it was the sort of progenitor. Another good word of the day of all of these shows. It was nice to see that they go, well, let's see what would happen if it didn't happen, because there'd be no Flash, there'd be no this, there'd be no Supergirl, there'd be no, and he'd just be running a company and being bored.
Yeah, and then the Hood was Diggle instead. But when they get all the flashes, for me, because I've watched Arrow from the beginning, it's the first 2 series are the best. 3 is when it started to drop. Like in the second half of the season, it dipped.
Yeah.
And then season 4, after Laurel died, it fell off a fucking cliff. So to be reminded of the better times was really cool when they kept getting the flashes and that. So it was really nice as a long-term fan to see what could have been and seeing the characters that have died, like his parents, because his parents died in horrible fucking ways.
Yeah.
In front of him.
Yeah.
So it was just nice to show that that is like a happy life he could have had, but as they say at the end, it wouldn't have been fulfilling.
No.
Because
my life, if I was a multi-billionaire, I'd be so bored.
Because Barry and Oliver are like, this is what we do when you save people's lives. So.
By the way, we do have a Patreon account now. If anyone would like to give us some money to do some stuff, please feel free. I'll put the details on the YouTube link. Sorry to get that.
What, to our one stranger?
Yeah, to our one person. If you'd like to donate about $43 billion to us.
If you'll pay us a load of money so we can go to a Comic-Con.
Yeah. We'd be very good at reporting. Oh, sorry, moving swiftly back.
They try to keep each episode unique to their show. Like Legends went back in time. And that fucking government dude was a prick. Obviously, because he's X-Files man, isn't he? He's like smoking man, isn't he? Cigarette smoking man.
It's alright. Goes to the Antarctic.
And then Arrow obviously was their 100th episode, so they made it all about Arrow. The Flash was the only one I felt was a true group one.
Proper crossover.
And they even had different symbols at the beginning when it came up with Supergirl. That was quite cool. I like that. Little things.
Yeah, I did notice that. It was quite cool. I mean, overall, I did really enjoy it. I think I like the way they brought in that thing about Cisco going back and fucking it up, so he has to like Barry again.
It was good because it wasn't just a forced thing. It was
No.
something that he realised. Oh,
Yeah.
perspective.
It all goes horribly wrong, doesn't it? If you try and change something, it goes horribly, horribly wrong. Martin Stein's daughter.
She is fucking brilliant.
Oh my God! Because I was thinking, oh, he's married someone else. Shit, he's because she was older.
Yeah.
He's married someone. What the fuck? Oh my God! And he goes, oh, Dad.
They've had a child because he told his
Yeah.
younger self to go and boink his wife.
Yeah, it's good.
Very good. And he's decided to keep her around but not tell anyone.
Although she's 29, why is she still living at home? That's what I want to know. If
Because
it was 1987.
Because it's America
Yeah, that's true.
and she's still going to school or something. They stay home forever, don't they?
6 years of MIT, and all this.
And it's convenient.
Yeah, it is convenient. How they're going to get around it, though, I don't know. Because it
what?
will show up as an aberration at some point,
Yeah, surely. But
and he's going to have to mention it, and that'll...
the flash message from the future, I've been wondering what the fuck that was for ages. And it's don't trust the person you're with now because that flash is not trustworthy. And you're like,
Yeah.
but why? He is trustworthy.
And what happens to the newspaper? The newspaper article
Yes!
is not written by Iris anymore.
Does that mean they're not married?
Oh.
I fucking hate this because they finally got them together and they're meant to be together. That's the...
I have a feeling that at the end of Flash, they're going to try and fix Flashpoint. And he's going to find a way of doing it. And it's going to go back. It's going to reboot it to the end of Season 2 again.
What do you mean, the end of the series?
Yeah, the end of Series 3, he's going to fix Flashpoint. Because the whole... Even though Flashpoint, I'm doing inverted commas, sorry, was fixed after an episode, it wasn't fixed. It's still all Flashpoint because it's all paradoxy and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to find a way of switching it back again to how it should be and go back a year or however many. When we go back.
Yeah, but they're banging on about how you can't change time. Because he already tried to do that and then... Free Flash came and said you can't keep doing this because every time you break it, you can't fix it the way it was.
We've got the God of Time in it now, Savitar.
Yes.
Who is the God of Time?
He's the self-proclaimed God of Time, just because he's
he
faster
is
than
the God of-
everybody.
He's the Hindu.
No, he's the
God
God of Speed, though, isn't he? That's what he calls
Yeah.
himself.
It's speed, not time. Same thing, speed and time. Yeah, it's relative. But if they manage to twiddle his knobs, if you'll pardon the expression, because he's a bit roboty computery in this word, not a person.
Well, they're more worried about having their asses kicked before they can even think about doing things like that.
But if there might be a way they get him on his knees. That sounds really wrong, but I know where I'm going with this. And go right, fix it. He might be the one that can fix it.
Well, he's bringing in Earth-3 Flash to fight him in the next episode, and apparently something happens in that doesn't null and void Flashpoint, but it's bigger. It's a bigger problem than Flashpoint, or
God, Flashpoint 2.
It kind of takes over a little bit. So whatever the fuck that could be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apart from Barry being killed, but I doubt they'll do that because he could do it because there's more than one Flash now. Just have John Wesley ship take over.
Yeah, true.
Because Mark Hamill's coming back, isn't he? I think
He's
in
coming
the
back
next
as the
episode.
Joker.
I don't know if it is the Joker.
It looks like the Joker.
It looks like the
in
Joker,
pictures.
but I think it's Earth-3 Trickster.
Yeah, but he looks
like
more
the Joker. Yeah. I thought they could have just had him as the Joker. If he's in Earth-3, who cares? And I don't know. I don't like it. Supergirl made another reference to Batman.
Yeah.
When? Well, before, when Superman was in it, their family ran away and went, "We're going back to Gotham."
Yeah.
As in, haha, it's safer there, even though it's not.
True.
Good joke. I don't know why I had to explain it. But recently, I was in the Invasion storyline, maybe. I can't remember. But she said my cousin worked with a guy that was. Yeah, because I think she was talking about Arrow. I can't really remember what. But she mentioned that my cousin worked with someone called a Caped Crusader or something like that who was dark and mysterious and a loner. So he's in that world.
Yeah.
The proper lane.
So there is a Batman in the Flarrowverse.
I've listened the way that they I listened to an interview with the showrunners and they said basically what they do is they plant things as they go without asking anybody. Because eventually it gets to a point where DC and Warner Brothers can't say no because they've hinted at it for so long.
Yeah.
So they did that with The Flash and then they did that with Supergirl.
They can't have another fucking show, surely. They can't have 5 nights a week.
Well, no, they've said
That'd
the
be
CW
too
said originally. I think after they took on Supergirl, they said we don't want any more superhero shows, and then they said, actually, we'll clarify that it's not that we don't want any superhero shows, we want the right superhero show. So if we're going to have another one, it has to be the right one.
But that would be weird having Batman and Gotham on at the same time.
No, it wouldn't, because Gotham's shit.
No, it's not. It's really. Have you watched series
It's
3?
fucking awful.
I'm loving it.
It's
I'm
just
absolutely loving
It's just
it.
Batman villains versus Jim Gordon. You might as well put a cape on him.
I know, but
And fucking Joker's coming back, inverted commas Joker.
yeah, but they've been threatening that for like forever.
He's actually coming back.
Oh, was it really?
I've seen the news, even though he's dead. Right,
Sorry,
let's not go on that because it's shit.
digression. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. A Batman show? Could they really do a Batman Superman show type thing as well?
Oh my fucking god, I didn't even think of that. It'd be fucking awesome if they did a Superman Batman show.
Well, I'm so sorry, Internet. Please don't
They
explode.
could do a World's Finest, couldn't they? That'd be fucking cool. But not like a full series, do like, I don't know, a mini-series.
Like a mid-season break series.
Yeah, 6 episodes would be fine, I reckon.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
Like Agent Carter was for Agent S.H.I.E.L.D.
Which still should come
Still
back.
raw. I don't know why I brought it up.
I know. It's just...
They cancelled it so she could be in another show that's apparently awful. So that's always good.
Yeah. Oh, well. Might bring her back.
Fuck.
Crossing the
Useless.
streams, Lewis. You're crossing the streams.
Yeah.
The DC Marvel.
Going back to Invasion, is what we were meant to be talking about. I like it. There was a load of conveniences, but
Yeah.
to pull this off, I don't care. I don't care.
do
They
it,
did
I think, yeah.
because they've got each show's on their own production slate, isn't it? So to bring them together
Yeah.
is an amazing thing in itself. And I was thinking, why can't they bring in Martian Manhunter as well? Because that would be fucking cool and all that. But
That'd be too much of a Justice League then, wouldn't it, really? 'Cause
and
you'd
also,
have
it's
Flash,
really bloody hard to do it, to get them
Supergirl.
available.
Yeah.
But Martian Manhunter's not going to be in the film Justice League, so they can do it as they want with him.
Oh, isn't he?
No.
Oh, he should be.
Because apparently he's too fucking weird and they can't bother to write for him. I fucking love Martian Manhunter, so I'm glad he's somewhere.
He's one of the founder members of the fucking Justice League.
Yeah, but you got to remember, spoilers, they have killed Superman.
Yeah,
So
but
he's not-
everyone knows he's not fucking dead.
I know he's not dead, but he's not going to found the Justice League.
He's got a black suit and a beard. I mean, come on.
At the end of the invasion, when they're all talking and they
Yeah.
have their little group hug, that's Arrow versus Trinity. I was thinking Supergirl, Flash, Green Arrow.
Yeah.
It's not quite as cool as Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, but
Looks like the secondary
yes.
superheroes.
Yeah, it's funny because when you see these iconic people together, like Green Arrow, Supergirl, Flash, and then you have the Legends of Tomorrow. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great show, and I really enjoy it. This season's been pretty good, actually.
Much better.
Still iffy. I'll get to like him, I think, eventually, because I usually do. Except Jimmy, I haven't got to like him. But when you put them all in a room together, there's these 3 iconic people,
Yeah.
or characters, and then all these B material, and C, D.
You see, that's if we go cartoony for a second. That's going from Justice League 1 and 2 series to Justice League Unlimited.
which just expanded
with
their fucking ranks to
Every
everyone.
single person ever that might have any hint of some kind of meta or abnormal power.
Anyone that wears a costume
Yeah,
could get
Hello.
involved.
All right, I wear a mask. You're in, and that's kind of what happened there. And I don't know. Are they going to just scrap everything and just have a Justice League show, or what? I mean, we've got the Hall of Justice after.
I don't, yeah. Something that Star Labs have got, which means Flash is like, oh, maybe I own it. And where's he been hiding it? Oh, I just didn't know what to do with it. How convenient.
To be fair, it is like an
Yeah,
aircraft hangar,
yeah. But it's not, is it?
but it does
It's the Hall
look
of-
just like the Hall of Justice. But anyway, sorry.
Apparently the ratings aren't that great for Legends this season, so...
Really? Well, it's 'cause-
the invasion storyline was a great way to swap some people around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I thought, when I saw Sarah and Ollie together, I thought that's... Like, in Series 2, they got together, and their chemistry is brilliant.
Yeah.
But then they forced Felicity and Oliver together, and the fans went fucking mental because they have no chemistry whatsoever. So Sarah left so that he could be with Felicity. Worst mistake
Oh,
ever.
okay.
But now she gets to be the captain because Rip's disappeared and they've completely ignored it.
Yeah. What have they done with Arthur?
I don't think he's coming back.
No.
I think they'll find him and then he'll retire somewhere. Apparently fans didn't like him.
Really?
Yeah, I liked him.
Oh, I quite like it.
I
It's
liked
probably
him
one
as
of the
well.
best things, isn't it?
But yeah, I wanted them to swap people around. Maybe have Sarah go back to Arrow
Yeah.
Because, like she said, if it wasn't for them going on that boat, and she's fucking badass as well. She's trained with the League of Assassins, just like Oliver. So I kind of wanted like Thea or someone to go onto the Wave Rider because she does fuck all in that way. She's not a hero anymore because she's taken because when he says, "Oh, I thought you retired,"
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, it's aliens."
Yeah, true.
But she's basically Oliver's chief of staff because he's mayor, and she doesn't really do anything. So it would have been nice for her to do something.
Speedy's always been a bit of a weird. She's usually a boy as well. Bit of a weird character for me because
Speedy in the comics was a heroin addict, wasn't he?
Young Justice, where he gets cloned and loses an arm and stuff like that, which is a bit fucked up.
I really like that story, though.
Oh, I did, but that's the only time I've ever seen Speedy not just being some annoying little twat.
Speaking of which, Young Justice is coming back.
Yes, you sent me the link. Oh my
6
god,
6 a.m. in the morning.
I nearly fucking came. I was like, what?
And then did you see the memes later where it was Barack Obama is like, he's crying. It says, I had one more thing to do.
Yeah.
And he's crying. And it says Young Justice Season 3.
Because that just ended on such a fucking huge cliffhanger. We're
Massive.
digressing slightly, but I don't care.
It's still in the same world. It's fine.
Yeah, it's still kind of the same universe.
They haven't said when the air date is or what channel it's going to be on, but considering it's been on Netflix in America, and that's probably why it's been brought back because of the viewing, I would imagine it's going to be on Netflix.
Good. That's all I can say. Good, because I fucking love that show. Absolutely.
It was amazing.
Fucking loved it. It was one of the best things ever.
But there's been a like a poster leak. They've called it. The season's called the famous Young Justice. You'll probably know. I think it was in the 80s.
Oh, thanks.
A comic
Because I'm old.
story for them. It's like their most famous storyline. Something contract. The Judas Contract. Apparently, it's a big fucking deal. I don't know because I don't read Teen Titans comic books, but apparently in the 80s, this was a massive deal, and that's apparently what the third series is going to be based on.
Cool. As long as we see Darkseid.
It means one of them has an affair with Deathstroke. One of Artemis, I think.
Kinky.
So it's a bit weird because she's young.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, I'm fucking excited about Young Justice.
Yeah, I did nearly wet my pants.
I love this world of Netflix now that you put it on Netflix and they go, "Viewing figure's quite good. We'll do a series." What? It's fucking awesome.
Completely off topic. Black Mirror Series 3. Have you watched it?
Don't watch Black Mirror.
It's fucking brilliant.
Didn't
Absolutely.
they do one
fucking
about
brilliant.
social media taking over the world or something?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Which is coming to life. It's
Yeah, it really is.
We don't want to get political, but what the fuck?
There's a few weird and freaky ones. There's one that I cried at because it was so fucking brilliant. It was one of the best things I've seen on TV in a long time. Just welling up now thinking about it. And yeah, so I highly recommend. I know, sorry, we're doing an Invasion special, but I've hijacked it with Netflix. Who we're not sponsored by, but if you'd like to, please feel free.
Although you don't need to, we're doing it for free. We'll suck your dick all day long, Netflix.
I won't. I'm quite happily, thank you very much. I don't know about you, Lewis. Vile creature. Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, so moving back. What next?
We've got to say the comments that were made in it, the random remarks, like Brandon Ralph saying, "Do you know what? She looks like my cousin." A nice on-the-nose reference to Superman Returns, talking about Kara.
I genuinely laughed out loud.
It was brilliant because it's the way they looked at each other.
Yeah.
I didn't like Felicity's comment. It's like looking in a mirror. No, it ain't, because she's so much fucking cooler than you are. And when they're going, they went back. Is it before they get their minds taken over? And Heatwave's just like, "I'm not going to call you Supergirl. It's stupid. Can you call me Kara? No, I'm going to call you Skirt." Because he's a fucking nutcase.
You didn't quite say it gruff enough.
Skirt.
That's better. That's quite good. I see, you could do acting. Yeah.
And then later on, where she gets given the convenient phone gateway, he walks past and says, "Skirt, call me."
I think you find it's an Einstein-Rosen bridge, but anyway, let's move swiftly on from the physics of it. Yeah, there was some. I think overall, if I watched it all one after the other as a TV movie, I think you probably get more out. I think Having to Wait another day.
I liked Having to Wait because it separated the shows and you knew which show, the identity of each show. I didn't like the way they did the flash opening, the cold opening of 10 hours. They do that's too much. in the Flash.
Flashbacks.
The whole 10 hours earlier when he's just going, "Oh, you've really done it now, Barry."
Yeah.
Like,
What's that?
it's a funny
Heat
joke.
vision.
And he's already seen Heat Vision, so the joke doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because when he brings him over, he says, "I thought you were
she
bringing
does
over an alien." And he
she does
says,
the thing on the
"What's
floor.
so special about her?" And she flies and does a thing.
Yeah.
And then Dick's just like, "Well, I'm convinced." I loved it because his reaction to because he doesn't like this sort of shit, so he doesn't understand. So every time when the Flash takes him, he pukes up as well because he's still not used to it.
Yeah, Felicity threw up too much
Yeah,
in the Wave Rider.
it was a funny joke though, when
Yeah,
the
it
way
was
that
funny
she
the
couldn't
first
speak.
time.
No, because when Cisco says, "Well, at least you're not throwing up this time."
No,
Hey,
no, not funny.
come on, it's all cheese.
And
You love a bit of
Cisco
cheese.
wasn't affected at all,
It's because he's cool.
and he knew he was going to fuck up time.
They had to get a way
hilarious.
to get them to be friends again.
Yeah, well,
It couldn't go on forever because it was really fucking annoying.
I think it could have done with more time.
Could have done with a full-on argument.
No, I mean the invasion thing. I think I genuinely think they could have done it over. I know they couldn't for whatever reason, but they could have done it over 2 weeks. Maybe interweave things a little bit more, have more interaction with everyone together doing stuff, and as you say, a bit more crossover, a bit more time. Another couple of episodes.
Some people didn't even speak.
No.
You know the Vixen from the JSA. Well, there's a Vixen in this time, obviously, because she carries it on, doesn't she? So, but Arrow's worked with her.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, so he knows if they spoke, he could say,
Yeah.
"I know your great great granddaughter," but
Yeah.
they don't even speak. There's some people that don't even cross because there's
I-
no
yeah.
time.
Another 2 episodes, and I think they
I
could
would-
have just expanded it.
It would be
more.
amazing if there was some extended version out there that they release. There's like a lot more stuff crossover because it all felt. I really liked it, and it really was a good, fun 2 hours. But like you said, it just feels like there's things missing.
Yeah,
It
stuff
feels
was
like
cut, or it felt
feels like it was
cut.
edited in a
Yeah.
way where they had to get it done quick. It's a shame because
Yeah.
I read beforehand that they were going to have more time. Each episode was going to have extra minutes, but it didn't happen. So maybe they filmed it and then at the last minute decided not to do it.
And maybe Melissa just went, "No, not being any of this is rubbish."
She does disappear for like half an hour.
She's having a cup
When
of tea.
Barry says, "What did you say to her?" She seemed angry. I didn't even know she could get angry. Like, you've known her for 5 minutes. How do you know she can get angry or not? But I don't know about you, but Supergirl for me has become the best of the 4. And I'm not bringing anyone down, but I just think on that show everything seems to be clicking at the same time, except Jimmy.
I still love Flash. Flash is my first love because that's the one that got me into all of this.
Flash is brilliant, but yeah, that's
But
just weird though,
Supergirl
because
is
Arrow's the thing that got me into it, and I'm praying that they come back to how good they were before.
Yeah.
And they're doing all right at the moment, but it's just not. It's not up to what it was.
Just one tiny thing about Supergirl, and it's completely irrelevant to the rest of the universe, and I don't care. The bit where she's in the opening credits, right? And she flies in her little pod, and you see the hand do that. And before, she goes, "My cousin Superman." You just see this blurry thing, right? But now they just go, and he rises up from the floor. Reshoot it with him holding his fucking hand out. Because all you got to do is do that. Look up at the sky. It doesn't matter where he is. You can do it in the car park, and just do that. So it links with the original one. So instead of it being out of focus and blurry, it's actually fucking him now, because he is Superman. It's a tiny, tiny thing, but I just think that would have made it absolutely
How does that not annoy
phenomenal.
you? How does that annoy you?
Because I'm a perfectionist cunt.
I love the openings that they do because Arrow started that, and then Flash took it on. But when they say she tells the story of that she had to use her powers, and then previously on Supergirl,
Yeah.
I love that little opening, and they change it slightly each episode. Always gets you going for the episode.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like it.
I mean, it's a sort of standard traditional American thing, you know. Hello,
It is, yeah. But
and Star Trek started it, to be fair.
They try to comic book it up by going, "I am the Flash."
I'm the fastest man alive. Well, you're not, are you? Really?
No, I know. Why did they put that in there? Because he's never the fastest man alive.
Because Reverse Flash is faster.
Even Kid Flash is progressing faster than he is.
Jessie Quick's faster than he is. Oh, she's not a man.
She vibrates at a different frequency.
All right, nerd.
Yeah, they said that was a comment I read online about him angering Supergirl, so that she breaks the thing that's mind controlling him. So they're in that little warehouse thing and they're fighting, and he stands in front of it, and then he makes her phase through him. But online, this is how nerdy people get. That was a big risk because she's from a different Earth, and that means she's vibrating at a different frequency. What if it went wrong? Get over it.
She'd have just fucking punched him.
This is like you pick things at things that are completely irrelevant because it doesn't affect the enjoyment of the show.
It doesn't affect it, and it doesn't affect my enjoyment of the show in any way, shape, or form. I swear to God, it doesn't. That little tiny thing. I just think it'd be a nice touch. That's all. Just a really nice touch. Instead of him just getting up off his knees off the floor, Superman. If they just reshot it, it's like 2 seconds of screen time. Now we know who he is, and just him doing that to her to get her out of the pod, and that's all it got. They could have done it when he was on the bloody thing, but no.
I didn't. There was a bit with Supergirl that I didn't like the way that they shot it. It felt awkward. She landed, and then her hair was across her face like that, and she stayed crouched for like a second longer than needed. All she needed to do was stand up and go like that. But she stayed there. You can't see me, but Stu knows what I'm saying. But she's crouched for ages, and her hair's across her face, and then she gets up. Really slowly. I thought, what the fuck is this? It's so weird and awkward. It was completely un-Supergirl.
Yeah.
She keeps doing that as well. She keeps putting her hands on her hips.
Yeah, but she hasn't got any pockets.
She always puts her hands on her hips.
They all do.
Always.
They all do. Superman. It's because, right, they build these fabulous suits that can withstand speed and time and light and whatever, and death. No pockets. So you've got nowhere to put a phone, nowhere to put any change when you park in the Batmobile, you know? There's no pockets, ever. Flash hasn't got any pockets. Superman's never had pockets. Batman's not got pockets. Aquaman hasn't got pockets. You can have waterproof ones with little Ziplocs on. Right? Not one of these buggers has got any form of pocket.
No. Batman's got a utility belt.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Felicity was less annoying, I was just going to say, because when she geeks out with Cisco, she's less annoying.
Yeah.
If she's like pining after anyone, shipping it. Oh. Don't like a shipper. But she, at the beginning, when Kara comes in and goes through all the names, and she goes, best team up ever. Like, cheesy and American, but fucking hell, it is cool. It's just Superman and Martian Manhunter could have been there as well. Just saying.
And Batman.
Anyway, she's fucking taking the credit, isn't she? On my Earth, it's only just me and my cousin. Fuck off. It's Martian Manhunter, Guardian. And there's other metahumans. We know this.
True.
Selfish.
Are there other Kryptonians still left? I can't remember. Did they all die or something? I can't remember what happened with
There's
that.
always another Kryptonian.
Yeah.
Because he always says, I'm the last son of Krypton, she's the last daughter. Oh, wait, there's another one.
There's got to be someone, isn't there?
It's got to be Zod. They haven't done a Zod storyline, have they?
No, not
They
yet.
even mentioned Zod.
No. Well, you know, he was in the film and he turned into Doomsday Padley.
He was in Smallville as well.
Badly.
He came in as Major Zod.
Oh.
Well, he was General Zod because his spirit...
in his younger days.
It was, literally. General Zod took over... His spirit took over Lex Luthor's body. And then later on, he was a Major... Because he was cloned on Krypton by Jor-El, and his army were cloned at a certain point.
Right.
And then they brought him back as Major. He was a very good English actor.
Hello, I'm an English actor. I'm going to be
very
the bad
good.
guy.
Right, we've gone off on another tangent
We've
again.
gone off on a tangent. Sorry, universe of internet and shit. Hello.
Well, I liked it.
Overall, I liked it.
Really
I
liked
think
it.
they could have done more, but I understand the restraints of
Yes, restraints and stuff. But they've done a crossover every year, so I would assume they're going to try and go bigger again next year. I was thinking they could just do a mini-series of them teaming up to tackle a big thing, maybe a summer event.
Yeah.
And then they've got a load of time, load of breathing room. They could do loads of shit and loads of people can interact. They could go back in time, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But again, it's getting people available.
Paying them.
For the overtime. The massive overtime.
Because they get a lot of money per episode, these guys. You know?
I don't think they do. They're only on the CW.
Oh, no.
It's not the Big Bang Theory.
They will get... Oh, no, we're talking millions, but they're... I mean, there was a thing... I watched about CSI. Bizarrely. And,
yeah, but they're on for 15 years. You can renegotiate every every time the contract comes up, can't you? So they're going to ask for more each time.
Oh yeah. But it was a big show. David Caruso was on 375,000 per episode.
Who?
The lead guy in CSI Miami.
Oh yeah, but he's a twat. Fucking cardboard cutout.
Oh, no, mate, I never liked him. Marge Helgenberger. I'm glad I can say that. Who I didn't realise was in Species and Species 2, which is a pants film. Both of them.
Yeah.
Second one's even worse. First one's passable. But yeah, she was on she was on $350,000 per episode.
Which is a lot, but when you look at Big Bang, they're over $1 million.
True, but then they're on like CBS or whatever they're on.
And it's the highest rated comedy
Yeah.
in America. Game of Thrones don't get that much because they're on cable. Well, not cable, but
The cable network.
they're on a lot though.
Oh yeah, they'll be on shitloads of money.
A lot.
Yes.
But it's a lot of work, TV show. You're working, 9 months, 10 months a year?
Well, yeah, I mean, a show like that, I mean, even Doctor Who, I mean, I know we're talking different money, but, Can we diverse slightly?
Do you want to talk about the little advert? The little trailer for it? Is that what you want to talk about?
No, I was going to well, seeing as we were talking about the Floweroverse, we're going to have to come up with a name for it now, 'cause it's like the...
Well, it's called the Arrowverse.
Which I think is aimed at the young adult-ish market.
Apart from
Obviously,
us.
you got
Apart from us, obviously.
dirty old pervs watching it as well, like us.
Go on.
I know. I was sorry. There was some really bad silence. I'll try and edit that out because it makes me sound like a twat. I've been watching Class, which is aimed at the same market.
But they use
young
words
adult.
like shit and fuck.
Well, because it's Britain and it's on BBC Three, they can swear a bit more. It's not quite Torchwood, as in the language, but I really want to like it, and I like bits of it.
I don't dislike it, but I haven't watched it for about 3 weeks. I've got no drive to watch it.
What I do like about it is the fact that I think they're giving these American shows a run for their money with the special effects. Maybe not necessarily the stories and the acting, but they're really giving them a run for the money.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like in a British show. There's my cat. Hello, Bean. They're not shying away from trying to make it look big and fantastic and amazing. I really, I'd watch it, and I'll watch the new one in a minute when you've gone. I'll just sit and watch it. And I really, 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 really wanted it to. I quite like the first one, and then it went a bit. But what I think is important is that we can do it just as well as the Americans can.
I'm just waiting for the Doctor to come back. To be honest,
I think Doctor Who's been so good. I know it's season 9. Everyone's going, hey, season 9. But I'm not talking about from a story point of view. I'm on about a visual point of view. It's been so clean. It's been so spot on. It's been
a few years now.
About everything. I did read somewhere that if they brought Class in like 10 years ago, people would watch it because the special effects weren't up to it, and they weren't. They just weren't. In the last sort of 10 years, the special effects come on. And I really do think that we are putting on a shoestring budget, because it's like BBC Wales that are doing this, right?
Yeah, they don't put any money into it, yeah.
And there isn't any money. The BBC hasn't got any money, as we all know, right? They get the licence fee, but that's fuck all, really, to be honest. I'm having a bit of a moment, a soapbox moment. But on that shoestring budget, and working with the Mill and other places like that, they're doing stuff that is just as good as anything that's on American TV, and it's better than some of the fucking films that are out at the minute. They're doing some really, really interesting stuff.
Well, to put it into perspective, if you look at Netflix budgets, what was it The Crown got? The Crown was given 150 million for 2 series.
Christ.
Which is unfucking believable, right? Like, beyond anything you can ever really think of. Game of Thrones is like that as well. The budget is fucking gone through the roof.
And don't get me wrong, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, but you have to spend money on it.
And then
I
you
think.
look at Doctor Who, which has always been a poor relation. I'm fighting for Doctor Who now because I don't
Yeah,
care.
but they use practical a lot, don't they? So that's why it looks good.
Yeah, but they do, and they know how things work.
Yeah.
And I think we've always had a fantastic tradition in this country. I'm being very patriotic today. I don't know why, but and it worked in class. You know, it worked. All right, maybe the Shadowkin are a little bit dodgy now and again, but it works, and it's just as good as anything that America is producing at the minute. Just as good visually, storylines, yeah, but
You've been
visually,
thinking about this, haven't you?
I have. I've been really thinking about it a lot, and I'm really passionate about it because people diss all this stuff and just go, oh, shit. You know, it's all over the fucking internet and Twitter and Facebook. Oh, glasses.
People
crap.
hate on everything.
Yeah.
Everything gets hated on.
Yeah.
Even something that was like universally loved, people hate it, and it's just because people can hide behind a keyboard and say bad shit about people and things.
If something
It's
is
just full on bullying about, like, it doesn't bother me if it's about a show or a film, if they go, oh, it wasn't very good, whatever, or they use more colourful language. It's just when they fucking attack certain actresses or actors.
Yeah.
They attack them for their colour or their size or their fucking gender. Who gives a fuck?
They're doing
Like,
a job.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't get this whole hateful society that we've grown out into. Like, because even on here, when we say something we don't like, we do it in kind of it's not in a hateful way. It's just a way of saying, you know what, it's not that good. But
I would never slag off anyone.
There's no need to fucking hate the person doing it.
No,
Or say
they're an
fucking
actor.
horrible things about them.
They're an actor doing a job. That's all they are at the end of the day.
And
They're
if
just
you
someone
don't
who's got
like
a
them, you
job.
don't like them. But someone clearly does. Obviously, they wouldn't be getting jobs.
Yeah.
It's just
It is ridiculous. And
the internet hate does my fucking tits in.
as I said, if something's crap and it is really, really awful, then yeah, have a go at it.
But if they've had a go and they've worked hard at something, there's no need to drag them down because you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. Like Hellbent, the last episode of Doctor Who in Series 9. It's terrible.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
It's fucking amazing.
It's a dull, boring episode,
No.
in my opinion. But it doesn't
don't
take
know where
away.
you're from.
It
Don't
doesn't.
know what happened to you.
Well, because Heaven Sent's so fucking amazing. That's why.
Just because Heaven Sent is amazing, but it's amazing in a different way. They did something that was really brave, and not only was it brave, but it paid off. But then Hellbent was a traditional Doctor story.
But I'm not taken away from the fact that these people put time and effort into it to make a really fantastic looking show. And
even a bad episode,
for me, it's just my opinion, and I wouldn't, you know.
In my opinion, if you like characters, the characters and the way that they portray them, I think you can get away with nearly anything. If you've got a bad story, you can get through if you love the characters.
Yeah.
For instance, with the Doctor, his bad episode for me, the last series, was the Halloween one with like the dust people, whatever the fuck they were. Awful story, but it worked because he's so good. He carried the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I still found it entertaining. So I can never fully take the piss out of something and say it's awful. If I like parts of it, I'm like, well, yeah, I tend to defend things more than drag them down.
Yeah.
That's always my way. And if I read comments, I get angry for that thing, even if it's something I'm like, it's all right. No. I get angry because it's just people are so fucking horrible, and it's just completely unnecessary.
Yeah. Like
the woman from I can't even remember her name. That's quite bad. The woman from Ghostbusters, the one, they're all from SNL, aren't they? The black one was fucking destroyed. Not just because the gender thing was first. The male fans went fucking mental because they're all women. After that, they carried on because she's black, and they hacked into her cloud account and like stole information like driving license and passport and like photos of her. Like,
it's bollocks.
What is the point?
Yeah.
Why do that?
Because there are some sad fuckers out there who've got
just
nothing better to do.
It's just fucking mad, isn't it? We've gone a bit weird, haven't we?
That's because my cat came down and distracted us. Sorry.
Gone a bit political.
Well, I just think it's not fair. And, British TV gets slagged off sometimes a little bit too much by British people.
Yeah, a bit weird.
And if it's that bad, then they'll just cancel it again.
Yeah.
And it won't come back. That's what happened before in 1989.
Yeah,
Right,
but if the views are up, no one cares, do they?
everyone blamed Michael Grade, right, for cancelling it because he didn't like it. It was the fucking fans' fault because they were just going, "Oh, Sylvester McCoy," right, and slagging it off all the time. So it was an easy target. So get rid of it. Fans don't like it, go. And then of course they go, "Oh, it's all got rid of it." It's going to happen again. It will happen again. They'll go, "Oh well." The other thing people have been saying, and I got this off somebody else's website. Sorry, I can't remember who it was, so please apologies. I'm paraphrasing. People are going, "Oh, the figures are down, the toy sales are down." It's because it's on later. It was on much later in the evening.
Because there were
kids are watching it.
there were more adult stories, weren't they?
Not that. It's not just that. They wanted it back in autumn, right? Because that's when it was always on TV. That's fine, but put it on at 5 o'clock when it was on in the autumn, because that's when kids are awake. Don't put it on at 8 o'clock in the evening after Strictly Come Dancing, because 5-year-olds will have gone to bed by then. 6-year-olds will have gone to bed. That's your target audience. I'm not saying Doctor Who's a kids show. It's not. It's a family show, but your target audience is the family. And if half the family's gone to bed, the rest of the family aren't going to watch it.
Yeah, they always do it early at Christmas, don't they? It's always 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is like that. It's coming back in April this year, isn't it? Because it's took so long to come back. And
it's going to be on earlier. It's going to be on, hopefully, early evening, 6-ish, not much later.
It's final Moffat series. The Moth.
It is indeed. The Moth is off.
I liked your little rant on our Facebook about the little trailer where people were moaning about it. To me, it just seemed... It's a bit weird that there's a superhero in it, but, you get on the bandwagon.
It's
why
a character.
Not? But him... Just the scene, him interacting with people, that's just the Doctor. So how can you not be excited about the Doctor coming back?
As
he's
you may
fucking
have
hilarious.
seen, there has been a superhero in Doctor Who before, the Carcass. It's in the Mind Robber, I seem to recall. It's from it's a character from Wendy Padbury's character called Zoe. It's a character from her time, and it's a superhero, and he's all butch and whatever. So there has been a superhero in it before, so go fuck yourselves, you internet pricks.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good. And
it's a character.
I think the views are going to go up, surely, if it's Moffat's final series as well. Because people are going to know what's going to happen. And there might be a regeneration, so it's going to... Although they should have hired someone by now. Unless it's going to be a surprise, which would be fucking cool. Because
I don't think they'll throw
it might be a clean slate, won't it? Because they're talking about Coppola leaving as well.
Yeah, but they're saying that Pearl and Peter sounds like a 70s pop group. Pearl Mackie and Peter Capaldi are going to be off as well, and blah blah for Chris Chibnall and Rosie. Don't touch anything. I don't think they will. What's the point? What's the point of having it'd be like Martha again, just for a series. Free Rajiman was just in it for one series. I know she came back for bits and pieces and Torchwood.
But it depends how she gets on. If the fans like her, she'll stay, won't she?
Yeah.
I think it depends more on chemistry with the Doctor, and if they like working with each other, they'll keep them on. That's probably why Clara lasted probably too long.
I like that little sort of 5-minute thing they did as an introduction
the
to
Dalek
her.
thing, yeah, fucking brilliant.
Oh, what are they? Oh, they're cool. Oh, what's that?
Will you shut up?
Yeah, I'm in charge.
Oh, brilliant. I love it. I love him. I think he's a great Doctor. It'd be nice to see what another showrunner can do. Although when Stephen Moffat has had to come in, he's gone in strong. Like the anniversary one was really good and things like that. So it's going to be a bit weird. I would imagine his finale is going to be a big fucking send-off. I read people keep asking McGann if he's going to come back. And he said, what is the possibility of a multi-Doctor story with the 12th? And he said... And Moffat said it was fucking hard writing the Day of the Doctor, so I'm never doing it again.
I did see a thing last night, actually, on Facebook about Stephen Moffat hinting at a multi-Doctor story with the 8th Doctor and the 12th Doctor.
I think that would be brilliant, because I said, didn't I, when they did the Night of the Doctor, the little YouTube 7-minute clip?
Yeah.
I was like, he needs his own fucking show. He's so good, and he wasn't given a chance.
And they've both met a healer, Claire, I can't remember her surname, the woman on Khan, the leader of the Sisterhood.
Right. Oh yeah, they both know her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would work.
But he changes there, doesn't he? That's where the 8 changes. Yeah. I'd love it. I think they should give him a mini-series, but like you said, BBC didn't have any money. Why
No.
didn't they do that instead of Class?
Because they want to get a young audience in and blah, blah. Because it's the trendy thing with, as we've been talking about, Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, all this. It's the young adults that are watching it. They're trying to cash in on it, which is fair enough. Anyway, we've digressed slightly from what we were talking, haven't we? Sorry, World of Universe.
Getting excited about Doctor Who because it's been gone for
I know,
ages.
and it's back on in a couple of weeks. Woohoo!
22
It's only for an
days.
hour.
Well, actually, what is it?
22 days. Actually, no, it's 3
22
weeks.
days.
3 weeks tomorrow.
Can't wait.
4 weeks. 3 weeks tomorrow. Oh God, is it Christmas in 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah, but just think about it. Doctor Who's back.
Great.
So at
Sit
least
there
you've got
all-
that.
That's true. Yeah. What about anything else?
It's going to be amazing. Right, so mid-season finales are coming up.
Yeah.
Apparently big things are happening all over the place, so we'll look forward to that.
Okay.
Westworld. Fucking hell.
Oh, I've kind of got into that now. I
Every
like
episode gets better and something else is revealed.
it. Bernard.
The finale is going to be immense.
I did not see Bernard coming at all.
It was brilliant. I saw
did-
it coming.
I did.
When they got into the cabin and he
Yeah.
said they're designed not to see things if we tell them not to see it.
Yeah.
Like their existence isn't real and that. And she says, what's through this door? And he says, what door? Did you pick up on that?
Oh no, I didn't get that. No.
He says, what door? And then she walks through it and then he walks through because she's been shown it.
No,
And
I
then
didn't
I went-
pick up on that.
He's the fucking host.
Yeah, I didn't know. I genuinely didn't pick up on that.
And then
That
when
was
he
stupid.
says stop, and I'm like, and he froze, I was fucking heartbroken because I was like, he's just been massively manipulated by this
Yeah.
guy. And Anthony Hopkins has gone full on Hannibal Lecter and like,
He's gone mental, isn't
and he
he?
fucking makes him kill her.
Yeah.
And then the memories and that. Have you seen the one after when you realise who Bernard actually is?
Yeah.
Fuck. Like that was kind of, I thought, yeah, that makes sense. But I had a theory that Bernard, as soon as I knew he was a host, I kind of thought, well, maybe that's who he is then. He's just
Yeah.
based on his
And
friend.
it makes sense. Bernard and Dolores having a conversation
Yes.
because he's Arnold.
So when Dolores is speaking to him and then he goes, we can't talk. And she says, why not? And he goes, you know why. Do you remember? And she says,
Yeah.
because I killed you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you kill him? I just don't understand what's going on. And then the new narrative as well is where she thinks that's her home.
Yeah.
Is that because they were all
That's-
learning how to be human?
That's where they first started out, yeah. Oh, and did you see, it was only in it, sorry, it made my heart leap with joy for a second. As he's going through the underworld at one point, Bernard, in the background, you see the gunslinger from the movie.
Yes.
I mean, you don't see his face, but it's a very slight allusion to that character. Yeah. And I absolutely went, fucking phenomenal. How cool.
The way that the theory is that the man in black is the guy that's shagging Dolores, and they're different times. Which makes sense because they keep saying Dolores is the oldest. She was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then obviously they're going to come to the point where...
Yeah, and who the fuck is Ed Harris? We know he's on the board now of Delos.
Well, that's what I mean. The guy that Dolores is with, they're the same. That's the theory, that he's just a younger version of the man in black. So, because he's been there for 30 years. And
that's bizarre.
so there's separate timelines.
Yeah.
But
oh, God, I never
That's
thought of
really fucking complicated because I don't know how they're going to get around it because Dolores is in both times. She's written in the story to be with Teddy, and Teddy thinks he's going to save her because he's being manipulated.
Yeah,
but
he's dead
she's shagging this fucking human. But at the end, when she finishes Bernard and realizes who he is and that she's killed him, the man in black walks into the church, doesn't he? And she's terrified.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The
It's the
finale,
last one, isn't it, this
yes,
week?
and
Yeah.
apparently the second series won't come to at least 2018 because of the amount of time and money it takes to make it.
Yeah, it took me a while to get into it. I've got to be honest, it took a while because...
I liked it
I
from the
liked it.
beginning.
I liked-
and
don't
then
get me wrong, I
I
liked
felt
it.
like each episode it got better and a little bit more was revealed. And then
Yeah.
once the Bernard reveal happened, it's just gone fucking mental.
I just wanted to know. I could watch it all in one go, all 10 hours,
Yeah,
quite happily,
Yeah,
and go, oh, this is really good, because I don't like waiting.
and his family, the family that he made in the house, that's his real family.
Yeah.
And he says I had to change things because my dad was an alcoholic and he was horrible. It's all really well done. Everything's well written.
Yeah.
And Bernard goes into his memory and says he has to let his child go. It's just like, this is fucking horrible. It's not even real.
Yeah.
But like I find the hosts' stories to be more heartbreaking than the humans because the humans are dickheads. All of them are arseholes.
Yeah.
Except the one that was killed by Bernard. I really liked her, and they were.
No, I didn't like her.
They were on
she
their
was
little.
shit. She was horrible. Didn't like her at all. She was terrible, plastic, two-dimensional. Should have been a host.
Who's Teresa?
The
one he's sleeping with.
Bernard murdered. Yeah.
Oh no, the other one he murdered, the younger one, the one that works for him, the behaviour one.
Her,
I really liked. Yeah.
Elsie? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was lovely.
And he says, "Have you ever made me do this before?" And he says, "No."
That was really sad.
And then when he remembers, he goes, "You fucking lied to me."
That was really sad. I was like, oh no.
And when he made him blow his own brains out, I was like, "No, don't kill him." But it happens over and over.
Or
so he's going to come back.
Did he make him blow his brains out? We don't know. We didn't see it.
We saw it pretty much. He's dead.
There was no blood
but
splatter.
He's going to come back, because he says this happens over and over, and every time you let me erase your memory and we start again. But this time he didn't, so he's probably going to bring him back. Why not? What's his name? The guy Bernard is?
Oh, is it Jeffrey someone?
No, not the actor. The guy he's based on. Arnold, that's it. Arnold is like God, and the hosts can hear his voice. What the fuck? Because Arnold's just... I love the way Bernard figures it out. He's just like, none of these are yours. These are all Arnold's.
Yeah.
You just killed him because you didn't like the way he wanted to make real consciousness. Because at first I thought Ford could be a good guy. At first, because I thought it'd be nice to have Anthony Hopkins as a good guy.
Yeah.
And then every episode you're like, he's a fucking arsehole.
He's turning into a bit of a dick.
But he does it so well that you like him.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at it. But there was one moment where he leans into, I think, Teresa, and his face and the way he's speaking, I'm like, he's just gone full Hannibal there. He's done a Lecter.
Yeah.
It's a fucking one of the best shows of the year. I just hope the finale doesn't fall on its face.
I don't think it will. I hope not, because I've grown to love it.
And Teddy came such a long way this time before being killed, because there was a running joke, wasn't it, that he kept getting killed because he was the hero and wanted the girl but never got them.
Yeah.
And then he came so far, he was brought back from the brink of death, and then they just killed him. I was like, what?
It's James Marsden. He's got.
I like the way that they did the rope around Man in Black's throat, and then had the horse, and he kept going, whoa, don't go anywhere, because he was just going to fucking bolt. I thought that was so funny. And that bit was good, though, the scene when the woman comes in and talks to him, and he says, "You know I don't like interruptions." She's like, "Sorry?"
Yeah, because she's completely out of character, everything, just in normal clothes. I was like, what? And he's on the... Huh? Okay. Tandy Newton.
Oh, yes. I didn't really like her at first, because I thought she was quite boring. But then she's just gone fucking mental. She's like, put my intelligence up, sliced that guy's throat, and then went, actually save him, we might need him later. Then he says, "I need you to come to hell so we can escape." And there's nothing in the safe, because ages ago the Man in Black said, there's the thing you're looking for isn't in the safe.
Yeah.
I went, what's in the safe then? And then I was like, there's nothing in the safe. She opened it and he's like, we've just killed each other for nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, how do we get to hell? That's the easy part. It's breaking out of hell. It's going to be hard. Oh, it's going to be good.
So I think it's going to be quite cool. I have grown to love it.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I want to know what the new narrative is as well. Like, what's he doing? Because it's just a complete mystery.
Yeah.
It's not done any hints. Because when that guy did his whole new narrative, all the new characters, and he went through it and he went, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And Ford just went, no.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you mean no?
I like it. It's nice, pretty. It's got things in it.
I love the way that Teresa judged the new woman on the board who was sleeping with one of the hosts, the one that Tony Newton stole. And then it turns out that Teresa's been shagging her host the whole time.
But she didn't know.
Fucking bitch. She's stealing fucking shit from the park as well. Oh, don't like her.
Maybe she was under orders.
I don't care. It's blasphemy. Because I was still thinking Ford could be a good guy, maybe.
Well, he might be a good guy. He might. We don't know.
Maybe Teresa was a host as well. Maybe they're all hosts.
Oh,
He's killed every one of them one by one because he didn't like them.
Well, I thought the thing that's because he's building something in that underneath the house. There's a house being built, isn't there? Very slowly. I thought that was going to be Teresa's replacement.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But it looked really small.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just another child.
Pedo.
Maybe he's going to give Bernard his son back.
Could do. Yeah, that'd be too.
Who the
complicated.
fuck is the woman on the? He spoke to the mother of the child as well, didn't he, Bernard? On the screen, they had a
Yes.
video chat. Who the fuck is that? Maybe it's just another host.
That's his wife.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a wife.
Yeah, but it's all memories, isn't it? He doesn't.
Yeah, but he is talking to someone on the
He
screen.
didn't he speak to her in real life as well?
Yeah.
Not just in. Yeah, because he did, didn't he? Maybe it's just something that. Maybe it's an AI or something that it's just there to keep up the illusion.
Yeah.
We're getting really into this too
because
deeply,
that person in there was on Firefly, and she's married to Lawrence Fishburne in real life. She's a big deal in
I
TV
knew her
world.
from something, yeah.
So, and she was in it for 30 seconds. So I thought she must come back.
Yeah, might be in series 2.
Maybe Bernard takes over and no one knows. Maybe they kill Ford in the last episode. Bernard
Maybe Ford's a
takes
host.
over. No, because he's getting old. Because you keep seeing him getting younger and then older. So if he was going to make himself a host, surely he'd make a younger body.
Why? Because then people would know. Maybe he was dying. Made
Like I
himself
said,
into a host.
they could all be hosts. Because
Yeah.
if you program them not to notice things, they won't notice them.
True. Very true.
So that's why they don't notice anything. So if they're not meant to reply, if you say you're a host, they're not meant to go, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So when Dolores starts
This is really deep.
when Dolores
Lewis.
starts going, what the fuck you on about?
Yeah.
That's special.
This is okay, right. Complicated moment there. Okay, everyone, sorry.
Real sci-fi, Westworld. Real sci-fi. Big ideas.
I
It
haven't
started as an invasion special, but we've...
We've digressed slightly. I haven't watched the latest episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet, or Lucifer, or Gotham. So don't tell me anything about that.
Oh,
It's not
Lucifer's
right.
fucking brilliant this
Oh, is
season.
it?
Absolutely
I
brilliant.
love it. I'm really enjoying it.
So you've seen the only one you haven't seen.
Yeah, just this week's.
So the last thing you saw was her, Lucifer's mother
Yes.
with the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they don't kill
This
her.
whole season has been above and beyond what they've done before.
Yeah.
When he killed his brother, and then the next episode he's struggling with it, and then shows his face to the psychiatrist. That was fucking brilliant, and she just completely froze and broke
Yeah.
down. And then you saw Maze's half face as well.
That was so cool.
That was really cool, but like, I don't know, I felt like sad because she wanted to be accepted, and because it was a child, she did accept her. Because
Yeah.
there's that moment where she was
I
terrified.
love the fact she's living with.
Yes.
She's living with.
Source
the
of
kid.
comedy, it's brilliant.
Because
She doesn't. There's no filter, is there? She's
No.
just a fucking. She's just normal in front of her.
and this kid is just doesn't give a shit.
No, not at all.
Doesn't care that. I mean, if she walked in, looking like something from hell itself,
She wouldn't care.
she just go, "Oh mate, put your face on," And I think that little girl is brilliant as an actress. I think she's
Yeah,
absolutely
she's really
phenomenal.
good. Yeah, except she's got a hooker's name, Trixie.
It's a bit hard.
Maze. I feel like Maze is. She might be a demon who can kick anyone's ass, but she's like a really vulnerable person, really. So when she showed her face,
Big
you
thing.
could see in her eyes that she was like terrified that she was going to be rejected. But she
Yeah.
went, "Oh, you look really cool," and she was
Yeah.
like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's what kids are. The kids are amazing.
And it took a while for the psychologist to. It took a few episodes for her
And
to
I
get back, and
really
it was
like
Maze that got her
Yeah.
to talk to him.
But I really love it, and she's just like, "Yeah, but what about this? When did that?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, this is my therapy session." But but what happened when? And this and that, and then no. Yeah, but tell me about that.
It's when he meet. Have you seen her meet his mum yet?
Yeah.
When she's just like, so you're God's husband,
Yeah.
like God's wife, and he's like, ex, and I don't like to be defined by him. and then she's like, thank you for everything, by the way, for everything.
Yeah.
Although she's turning out to be a dick, isn't she? But oh yeah, you don't know, do you?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Don't tell me. I'll watch it later.
What's his brother's name? Amenadil.
Amenadil.
He's moping around so much,
I know.
but he's found something. I won't tell you what it's about or who it's regarding, but it's given the mother the horn. Not in that way, but an idea.
Oh.
And it ends in a way of like, you kind of get partial information, so you're like, but what is it? But it's done really well. The next episode is really good. I just feel like Lucifer's there's nothing bad about it. I really like the little tech as well. The woman,
Oh, she's cool.
she's amazing. She was
Yeah.
in Dexter, and she was really good in that as well.
It's nice to have another foil. That's a technical term.
And she
for him
doesn't.
to work off.
She makes him go to church. He's like, no, anything but that.
Yeah. Last time I did this, it wasn't a good idea or something. I think it was the last thing I saw him trying to. She was just about to take him into church. That was cool.
I love the way they keep talking about God, like Dad, and he still talks. He says he never lies, so he says to everybody that he's the devil, and like he makes these references, and no one seems to bat an eyelid. But now the psychiatrist knows. She's just so good. Her reactions is like fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, the last one as well. I can't talk about it
Oh no, I'm sorry.
because there's funny bits in it, and there's really heartwarming bits in it as well.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Well, we can save it for Christmas.
Shield as well.
I watched that
When they
either.
disappeared, it's really obvious what happened.
Who
Let's put it that
disappeared?
way. You know, on Shield, before they had 2 weeks off, didn't they? Remember?
Oh, they had about a fucking month off, but yeah.
They disappeared, didn't they? Remember?
No.
No. Ghost Rider, Fitz, Coulson. That thing went off, and then the guy can manipulate matter now.
Can he?
Oh my god. Well, you'll see the previously on the Agents of Shield. Do you
probably.
remember?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
But it was like, where are they? Blah blah blah. But it's really obvious. Wasn't great.
Oh, okay.
Spirit of Vengeance gets a little bit of time to have a bit of fun there.
Okay. I shall watch that later this afternoon. Oh.
Yeah, Lucifer's amazing.
Oh.
Amazing.
Cool. Well, I'll watch that tonight with the other half. Well, I think we should draw that to a conclusion, if that's all right with yourself.
Yes. Plans for the next two, though, over
Yeah.
Christmas. We'll do mid-season finales and Star Wars. And, big deal, we're doing a Star Trek special.
For the end of the year.
The end of the year special.
The end of the 50th year.
The 50th year. We'll talk about everything that has been and what will be.
Lewis has to watch an awful lot of Star Trek because he's got a bit of catch-up. Whereas I've been watching it since I was born, which was 40-odd years ago. Lewis has been watching it for about 3 years. 4 years. What is it? No,
7 years.
2009. Yeah.
So I have got a lot to catch up on, but I will do a greatest hits tour.
So he's got to spend the whole of a week watching DS9 because I think it works out to 169 hours, so it's just an hour over a week. So you're not allowed to go to the toilet. Have to watch
Or go to work, or look after my child.
No, you can't do it. You've got to lock yourself away for a week. Yeah, because you've got to watch it.
Well, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm already enjoying it, watching the original series, and I'll go on to everything else.
No, there's some really good stuff in the original series, as you may have mentioned to me earlier. Season 3 is a bit shit, but there were reasons for that we can discuss.
Yes. So that will be our little special end of the year for our One Stranger.
Yes. Bless you. If you want to donate, we have a Patreon page. Genuinely can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I probably should have looked this up before we did it. But the more you give us, the more we'll give you. You can't see my cheesy grin, which is good because it's horrendous. But yeah, so if you want us to carry on with this, and not just do it for cheap with a couple of naff headsets from somewhere and a very old laptop, then please feel free to support us. Just find us, look for So Spock's Dead. And don't forget, So Spock's Dead Podcast, the new name for our Twitter feed, and So Spock's Dead Podcast on Facebook.
Come and find and like.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Like and find. And we want to get that silver play button off YouTube. I want it through the door one morning.
Well, at least we've got something to aspire to.
How many have we got? 99,995 more to get. And then we'll get one.
Brilliant. I can't wait.
Cool. That should only take about 30 years at this rate. Right, well, it's been fun. Thanks, Lewis, for coming round and not drinking tea at my house.
No problem. I didn't know that was a problem.
You never drink tea at my house. He doesn't drink tea at my house.
Bit irrelevant though, isn't it?
It's a bit irrelevant, but it's a bit of like fluff.
So,
He'll leave his bottle behind there because he does that.
so
He doesn't drink tea, but he'll bring a can of something or a bottle and just leave it behind. It's all right. I'll deal with your rubbish. It's fine.
all right, chill out.
No, it's fine.
So until next time.
Until next time, which hopefully won't be too long.
No, it's over Christmas.
Yes, we'll get something sorted, and it'll be on the Facebook page.
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.